I don't care if you take a slim, baby, just move your back. I don't care what they're talking about you tonight, just do what you do. Keep on doing what you do, don't let nobody hold you down. Baby, me feel the things that you do.
Lucky ball.
One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One blow, go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. I like a lot of things on my mind, I don't know what to do. Plenty in my head, I don't know what you want to do. Baby, I want drink, I want go in your room there. Today you know what I mean, and you so with Issa. Free star, Issa, Richard, with Issa. Una. I want to your una, I want to know your finger. Una. I want to your una, I want to your una. Go down low, I won't let go, baby. Break up for me. We feel you, baby. I love you. One go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. One go down, baby. Break your back, I won't go there, baby. Down like a penny on bread. I won't see you going down like flashing your legs. The kind of thing you do in my mind, it do to that. The other thing you do, I want to take all your strength, making you respect. Mind the best, I would do.
The Moroccan Media Group launches Liberia's first paying streaming platform titled Vibes on April 28, 2021. At Vibes, artists will make money from their work. Listen, as an artist, download the app and create your artist profile and upload your song and cover for free. Each artist signing up to the platform get paid as users of there. Stream their song monthly. Users are going to download the app and pay a monthly subscription of $2 USD to listen to original songs monthly using Orange Money and various online payments cards. Vibes app is available on the Google Play Store and on Apple Store. VYBEZ. For more inquiry, you can visit our office on Benson and Matlin Street or call them on the following numbers: +231 775 66872 or +231 777 304 308 or visit their website on www.moraviamediagroup.com or email info@moraviamediagroup.com. Get paid today as an artist for your work with Vibes.
Welcome to Circuit, where you can find great quality t-shirts, hoodies, and other merchandise inspired by culture and creativity. We offer a variety of unique designs you can rock for any occasion that will fit your style. Visit our website at circus.com, fer-kes.com, and subscribe for exclusive access to discounts, new arrivals, and many more. Thank you for choosing Circus.
Exit is the perfect app to improve.
Are you looking for a place where to fix your keys if lost or damaged? Or are you thinking on how to duplicate your home and fix the car keys? Don't worry, because your worries are all over. AutoKey Liberia is the best solution to all of your problems. At AutoKey Liberia, we specialize in all keys programs and professional in other keys and remote support things. We are located at St. Bourgeois Island, front of at Clever Mission Junction, EOW community. For more information, you can call the following phone number: 0777-337-808 or 0886-530512. Do business with AutoKey Liberia and tell me later.
Are you in search of a printing press that can handle all your printing needs? Or are you stressed with finding a printer that can deliver all your printing services in time? Then search no more. The answer is Dream Design Incorporated. Dream Design Incorporated is a 100% Nigerian printing press that can handle all your printing problems. Our services include quality large format printing, oversized printing, digital printing, design and logos creation, banners and posters printing. We also print brochures, flyers, postcards, face caps, t-shirts, and ID cards. At Dream Design, we personalize your work and have a special discount for our customers. We are located at the intersection of Main and Favorite Streets. More information, contact us on cell number 0776 122 or 0886 462 008. Or better still, email us via dreamdesignliberia@gmail.com. Dream Design is about time to change your printer for good.
Are you looking for a property to buy or rent? Are you a property owner and looking for a quick and suitable way to sell your properties? Are you looking for a house, an apartment, or land to buy in Liberia, West Africa? Look no further, because Superior Real Estate has all the solutions to your problems. They have beautiful acres of land and comfortable homes for you to buy now. Registered and incorporated, Superior Real Estate is bringing honest real estate transactions and a peace of mind to all their clients. Located in Pinzio, Superior Real Estate can be reached on 0880 544 111 or WhatsApp them on +231 775 874610. You will not be disappointed. Superior Real Estate you can trust.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that Sendwave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download Sendwave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code Costa to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. Sendwave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
It's a Tuesday, the 4th of May 2021. The time in Monrovia is 7:30 a.m. and the time in Delaware is 3:30. And we're very glad to be here. George, morning. Where is Boakai?
Good morning, cousin. Good morning to our folks out there this morning. Progress has not come yet because of the rain.
Oh, it's raining today?
It rained like a cat's door this morning. But thank God I make my way this morning at work.
I'm glad you did. Thank you so much, Josh. All right, folks. So welcome. And it's good to be here. Very good to be here. You know, there are just some people who they almost have no right to complain about anything. You know, because when you choose a side, when you make a decision, however good or bad, you live with it. You know, there are consequences. You make a decision to support a president and his people for what they do. You live with the consequences. I see Edwin Snowe, Senator of Bowman County, complaining, agitating about the food distribution because apparently Wilson Tapper and his folks had said that they distributed up to, they gave out food under the stimulus program to up to 80,000 people in bombing. 80,000 people. And apparently Edwin, but first of all, Bombing doesn't even have 80,000 people. Bombing is a small county. Bombing doesn't even have 80,000 people. But Edwin Snowe, I don't know where. I mean, he got this rage. And Edwin Snowe said, if the international NGO stole what let me start with this. And by the way, I don't give a damn for how Edwin Snowe feels. I'm only talking about this because I just like the fact I'm poking fun at him, because Edwin Snowe is one of the worst politicians in Liberian history, period. He's a guy who absolutely stands for nothing. Not one day has Edwin Snowe ever used his power or his influence to stand up for the Liberian people. What Edwin Snowe is on record for is making very bad deals that affect the Liberian people. I remember very well, Edwin Snowe was a champion of the APM Terminals deal. He was the champion. He led the effort. This guy, I mean, and yet he succeeds in Liberian politics. Edwin Snowe is living proof that the Liberian people don't know how to vote. Edwin Snowe is the textbook example of how Liberians can be manipulated after you abuse them. You use the power to enrich yourself, and you can use them and reuse them and abuse them and dump them, and they would still vote for you. That's Edwin Snowe for you. Not one day has this guy stood up for any cause other than a cause that benefits Edwin Snowe. Became representative in district number 6 twice. When he realized he couldn't win the third term, he grass hopped to Bombing, a dirt poor county with highly impoverished people. No offense to the people of Bombing whatsoever, but that is a reality. That Bombing is the second poorest county in the country. And here he is. So when you look at Edwin Snowe and you say to yourself, if you want to be a nasty, dirty politician who only cares about himself, well, your role model is Edwin Snowe. APM Terminals. Edwin Snowe was the one distributing iPads. At the time, it was a big thing back in 2010 for APM Terminals. A few months ago, he was crying, oh, I went to the Port of Tema. I saw what the APM Terminal people do there is completely different from what they do here. I really regret for the role I play in this deal. That's what he said. That he regrets the role he played in bringing APM Terminals upon us. That's what Edwin Snowe said. He and I had a private chat about that. He promised me, he said, Henry, when I go to the Senate, I show you I will work hard to make up for my blunders, particularly to atone for my role, my leading role in the APM Terminals deal. It is one of the worst deals we ever signed. Today, we have a problem, George. The people are protesting. APM Terminals is useless. They make tens of millions of dollars every year from our country. Their equipment are bad. They waste time to clear people's goods. They have reduced the free storage days. Now, the free days now is just about what? A few days, 3, 4, 5 days. If you don't clear your container within 4 or 5 days, you begin to rack up storage. Thanks to Edwin Snowe. They made that deal. 25 years for chicken change. That's how you see Edwin Snowe is able to build his farm and ride in nice cars that he rides right off the back of the people. And you know, the people keep voting for a man like Edwin Snowe. Hey, Liberia. Everything Edwin Snowe is, everything he's ever owned in his life has been because of having public or holding public office. His pa didn't have no damn rubber farm. He didn't inherit no trust fund. It's all because of the Liberian people. And people like Edwin Snowe, they might continue to succeed in Liberian politics. There are actually some of you here watching here right now. You admire Edwin Snowe. But on the other hand, you condemn things that he does, but you admire him. In fact, he's your role model. That's the hypocrisy of the Liberian society. You see a guy like Edwin Snowe, a sleazy, nasty, self-seeking, egotistical, self-centered individual, and you think he's a nice guy because there is something inherently wrong with you. That's what you think. 12 years as representative of District 6, Montserrado, he did absolutely nothing there. When he realized he was going to lose, had he run for the third term, he ran away, went to Bummy, ran for representative. Today, he is senator. Do you know there's some of Swan plans to run for president? This guy, that is a day I will become a rebel leader in Liberia. The day Edwin Snowe, if he were ever to come close to the presidency. This guy. It is so sad. When I look at a guy like Edwin Snowe and I say to myself, hey, Liberia, if you want to know what's wrong with Liberia, don't look no further. Edwin Snowe is everything that is wrong with our political system. Have you ever heard this guy stand up one day to advocate for anything for the Liberian people? One day? Never. Never. Absolutely. This guy has never stood up one day to advocate for anything for the Liberian people. It's all about himself. All about himself. I pray for a day that the likes of Edwin Snowe will no longer have any real influence in Liberia. I pray for that day Edwin Snowe will never have any proximity to the presidency of the republic. Every president in office, this joker wants to be close to them, to advance his own interest. Watch it. CPP will win the 2023 presidential election. He left the Unity Party. Guess what? This guy will try to work his way back to the CPP when we win. Some of us will make sure Edwin Snowe will have no influence in Liberia because he does not care about power to protect or to advance the people's interest. It's all about himself. It's all about himself. I mean, what kind of guy who has been so that he has benefited so much from the system, but he never cares about the people? Not one day has this guy stood up to do anything for the Liberian people. And yet he succeeds. Election after election, Edwin Snowe wins. Edwin Snowe is everything that is wrong with our system. Is self-seeking, narcissistic, egotistical, greedy, corrupt individual who uses the people as cannon fodder. When elections come, what does he do? He knows the people. He understands the electorate. Whichever county he goes to, the electorate are generally the same. He understands their psyche. He throws some money out there. He does the big flamboyant thing. The people love that sort of thing. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. He knows how to play the game, and he succeeds. Every time he succeeds. But I want to tell Edwin Snowe today, except some of us will not be around in 2023. But you, my friend, shall have no influence ever in our country. Except you will be in the Senate. But to say, well, you'll be hanging around with president, flying around with the president, coming to the mansion, and all that kind of nonsense. Not when some of us are around and wield influence.
You shall just be one ordinary senator. That is all that you shall be, Edwin Snowe. Talking about you want to be president. God forbid, president in the country that we love so much. It shall never happen. We will fight. We will ensure that you, my friend, will never come close to being anything like President of Liberia. Can you imagine this guy? The one reason why I don't like this guy is very simple. I was trying to make some consideration when he and George Weah fell apart. He used to say, "Oh, my man, Costa, trust me, when I go to the Senate, since I've been elected by the people above me, I will stand up. It will be different. I will not support George Weah." And so by the time Edwin Snowe got elected, you were gone. After George Weah went to Bummy and cussed him up and said, "I gave you rights, I gave you solar panels, you brought them here, you distributed them as if they were your own." Amen. And I say this to you, Edwin Melvin Snowe. I'm Henry Pedro Costa. You can rest assured. One of my missions is to ensure that a guy like you stand for nothing, you care about nobody, you shall never have influence in the next country. In the next government, you shall not have any influence. That is my promise I make to you. I want you to remember that promise. We will see. Crying here talking about they didn't give the people and the lie that wasn't arrested to get 80,000 people rice and food and bombing. What do you care, Edwin? You only care about yourself. That's all. You only care about yourself. Everything you've ever owned. My people, yeah, please tell me, when did Edwin Snowe have money? All of a sudden, he worked for LPRC during the Judy Bryan administration. That's where he got rich from. We all know that. That's when he built a mansion. That's when he started having all the properties. That's how he got rich. Became speaker for a brief period. Tried to do that criminal deal with the Taiwanese that pissed the Chinese off. Led to his removal as speaker, which is financially induced, by the way. Anyway, we're going to move on to something else here.
But Costa, you know that yesterday at the APM Terminals yesterday, some folks were there protesting.
They are still,
yesterday.
They are still protesting.
Sure.
The APM Terminals, folks, their workers have been unhappy. Their workers. APM Terminals workers have been protesting themselves. And that protest has affected their operations. The workers don't feel they're well treated. They've been affected by the protest has affected operations there. It's affected people who have their containers they would like to clear. It's affecting a whole number of things. In fact, the Custom Brokers Association, I think they've been complaining as well.
Yes.
The port that the APM Terminals folks have been very ineffective, even prior to the protest by APM Terminals workers. The APM Terminals folks are not happy at all about the way they've been treated. So they've been complaining about that. And I actually did speak with a friend of mine who is a port user, and they use the port. And he said to me that if the situation continues as is, it's going to cause them major losses. They're going to lose a lot, because they've got things there they need to clear, and they cannot do that because the APM Terminal folks cannot just get things going with their employees. APM Terminals is one of the most terrible deals that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf struck. She fought for that deal because her son, Robert Sirleaf, was pushing that deal. And there are just so many reasons why I can't forgive the old lady. I just can't. I mean, I can't. When I mean forgive, I can't politically forgive her. I mean, I just can't forgive Ellen Johnson Sirleaf for the things she did to our country. And I see some of you who complain. I know a lot of people who complain about how bad Liberia is. and yet they be praising Ellen. I mean, that, some of you are just stupid and conflicted people. And these people, many of them are highly educated people, and they are not even ordinary folks. They are what you would call the so-called elites. They would condemn how rotten the system. The other day, I saw a friend of mine. I'm not going to call his name because this would be really embarrassing. He did a post on Facebook, and he was talking about what a mess LEC is, and the hydro dam was a bad investment. But guess what? Every time Ellen does a tweet on Twitter, this, my friend, would be retweeting it and be praising her. The legend, the Ole. And this guy is a highly educated guy. I've got a lot of respect for him. But this guy is on social media all the time complaining about the bad things that happen under Ellen. Yet this, my friend, is a big fan of Ellen's. I mean, I can't understand that. It does not make any sense to me at all. How is it that on one hand you like Ellen, but then you complain about how bad the country is, but you don't want to tie it to Ellen? Oh, somebody knows already. Oh, big brother Abraham Katie, don't call him any. You want to put me in trouble. But hey, he's my friend. I'm not going to call his name. But I get so extremely disappointed. You like this woman. You'll be praising her. She does one tweet on Facebook, on Twitter. He would screenshot Ellen's tweets and post them on Facebook. And you see him, he will look like his whole day is made. But then he comes back on Facebook and he complains about LEC, the hydro. The hydro was one of the most stupid investments Ellen ever made. Borrowed over $300 million to pour into that hydro. We could have built a brand new hydro. That's what we could have done. It was a terrible investment. And yet, some of you still celebrate Ellen. You complain, oh, I got LEC. We don't need to bother with any damn hydro anymore. We can invest in renewable energy. That is what we must do. That is what we can do. Take Senegal, for example. Senegal. They have just about the same amount of sun that we have. Look at this country, even right here. Take Senegal for example. Senegal, a couple of years ago, they commissioned their wind power plant. Senegal is investing in renewable energy. This wind power plant in Senegal, Liberian says Senegal. It's actually Senegal. It's not Senegal. In Senegal, this wind power plant will supply the country's national electricity grid with 15% of its total installed capacity. 15%. Now, this wind power plant is a beautiful thing. It is about 86 kilometers from the capital city, Dakar. The wind power plant has a capacity of 158 megawatts. Hello, folks. 158 megawatts. Your entire hydro produces 80 megawatts. That's the potential installed capacity. But in actuality, the hydro produces just around 40%. 40 megawatts or 60 megawatts. Especially during the dry season, the generating capacity plummets. It drops because there's not enough water to keep the hydro constantly producing at full capacity. Look at Senegal. And guess what? Senegal has a population. Senegal has a population of 50 million people. But electricity reaches only about 65% of the population. So what Senegal is doing is that they are investing in renewable energy, wind and solar, in order to beef up their electricity supply so that they can reach more and more Senegalese. Now, guess what? The wind power plant, this particular power plant I'm telling you about, will provide electricity for up to 2 million Senegalese. 2 million people, 158 megawatts. Now I'm trying to get the cost of this project. I want to let you know how much this is. The cost of this project. We could do something like this, folks. They built this plant in 24 months. In 24 months, they install a wind power plant that generates 158 megawatts of clean, renewable electricity. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And we're still talking about hydro. Hydro. Something has got to be wrong with us. Yeah, hydro is clean, but it takes a long time to build. And why bother when you can do renewable, when you can do other forms of renewable energy? You don't have to do hydro. Let me get the cost of this project. I want to get the cost of the project. The project cost 158 megawatts. Yeah, 158 megawatts. That's just about 2 times what your hydro produces. And Ellen poured over $350 million into that nonsense. And some of you sit there and you think that Ellen was a great leader. Yeah, Ellen she was a terrible leader. She's a wicked woman. Only cared about herself. Some people don't like to hear that. When they hear me say that, they get so angry. But it is the truth. Every time I think about the way the country is, I just can't help myself. Some people who actually have never mentioned Ellen. Who Costa, just forget it. I hear this all the time, and I hear from a lot of people who I really respect. But it's just hard for me to look at the way the country is and just forget about how Ellen, just another person like Edwin Snowe, only cares about herself. Only cares about herself. Now, I want to tell you how much this project cost. I'm just trying to find out the cost of this project. Yeah, so you can know. This project in Senegal. Look, go right there to Rwanda to build a solar power plant, a solar farm. Rwanda, a solar plant. And it's incredible. It's incredible. Other countries are looking for other sustainable means. You in Liberia, when the dry season comes, you are all worried. You know why you're worried? You're worried because the hydro will not have enough water. Now, do you know, or did you know, the reason why LEC struggles during the dry season is because the hydro doesn't have enough water during the dry season? That is why, my friends, the hydro doesn't have enough water during the dry season. So when the sun comes, you don't have enough water. And that's why your electricity supply fluctuates. Then they begin to do what is called load shedding. They start shedding the load. They will turn single area off for 6 to 8 hours. And then they will have, let's say, the ERW area on. And after a while, they will switch. That's what they do. They're shedding the load, or they're rationing the power because they don't have enough power. So they got to shed the load in this day and age. This is the solar farm here in Rwanda. The solar farm sits on about 17 hectares of land. It's 8.5 megawatts. And the cost of this project is $23 million. For $23 million, they built an 8.5 megawatt solar power plant, solar farm in Rwanda. This is incredible. 8.5 megawatts. It is small, yes, but this is, Rwanda said this is a pilot project. They did this thing, is working very well, and they're looking to make further investment in expanding, their investment in renewable energy. The whole world is doing this stuff. Why do we even worry when we borrow tens of millions of dollars and Georgia only wants to build roads? Community roads. Every time this man borrows money, he wants to build roads. You know why? Because building roads benefits this idiot. Every time he builds 1 mile of a community road, it benefits him. And yeah, all the people talking about want to build road, want to build. You need the basic infrastructure. Roads is not all. Yeah, you want to build roads, that's a good thing. But building roads, that's not enough. You need electricity. Cheap, or let me use another word, affordable, reliable electricity. That's what you need. You can invest in that. You need to do that. Ghana has 5,200 megawatts of installed capacity. Ghana only uses 85% of the electricity they produce. Electricity penetration in Ghana is 85.4% of Ghanaians have access to electricity. And it is damn reliable and it is damn affordable. 85.4% of Ghanaians have access to electricity. And they spend just about what? Between 12 to 13 cents per kilowatt hour. That is about a third of the price we pay for our unreliable electricity in Liberia. No country will and can develop if you don't have access to stable, affordable electricity. You're wasting your time. There are lots of investments that would not come to your country, or lots of business people that would not come to your country if you don't have electricity. It's a turn off. In fact, some of them would manage if your roads are bad, but you have electricity. We're wasting our time. We are a bunch of unserious people. You know, Ellen put $300 million into the damn hydro. And I just sit there, I say to myself, what kind of country is this? Why are we such a small-minded people? Everybody's trying to just make any kind of deal to get power. But they really have no real bold agenda to move the country out of this malaise that has always been in. Other African countries are making serious, significant strides to move forward. We're just lagging behind. Oh my God, it's just sad. Look, we could have solar power plants with $30 million or $40 million. We can set up a solar farm, photovoltaic solar farm that can generate about 15, 20 megawatts to add to our national grid. But one of the first things we need to do is we need to find a way to stop the power theft. How can you, in this day and age, you have no electricity in your country? Hotels are having to run on generators. Supermarkets, restaurants, offices, generators is not sustainable. It cuts deep into people's profit margin. I know a lot of people who will never go to Liberia to run a business because you don't have electricity. They're never going to do that. When do we wake up? When will we have a government that will be led by bold people with bold vision? Bold, audacious vision, and the tenacity and the temerity to carve up the right policies and actually work to implement those policies, to have the temerity, the political will. I pray for that day. That's the Liberia I want to see. The thing saddens me, man. It is so saddening. Liberians were such a rich country with a bunch of small-minded idiots running our country. The Ellen people, they will tell you that they were sophisticated. They were idiots. Look at the hydro decision. The investment in the hydro was one of the stupidest decisions they ever made. Lots of other decisions cost us a lot of money. All that money we pulled into the executive mansion renovation could produce enough electricity for the whole country. We've been renovating that mansion since 2006. Tens of millions of dollars funneled through the mansion, stolen. Not according to me, according to the GAC audit report. But we had sounded the alarm years before the GAC finally conducted an audit into the mansion. Never ending renovation of the mansion. Every year they would put millions in the budget for the mansion. So we just knew. People told us The money has been stolen. It's simply been funneled through the mansion, and they're stealing it. And then finally, the GSE did an audit and validated and vindicated us. I'm telling you, we are a terrible country. Today, there's some of us in the opposition. We're not trying to take power for the good of the country. We have no bold, bright ideas. I'm not saying all of us. I said some of us. Some of us, all we're waiting for is an opportunity to steal, to enrich ourselves. I tell you this. I bring you this news. There's some of us, if we have a president from the CPP who is not above reproach himself, who does not have the balls to punish people when they do wrong, we could have a government that would probably look just like this one. I'm telling you. That is the case with Liberia. And many, of course, they don't like me telling you this, but this is the reality of our country. There are rogues everywhere, bad people waiting for an opportunity to steal themselves. There's no political party in Liberia that is better than the other. None whatsoever. That's why I don't believe in political parties. I find one candidate I think would give me some measure of comfort, would deliver to some extent. I support that candidate. But a political party, no ideology, no philosophy, no real agenda. It's just a group of people with common interest in coming to power to steal, to enrich themselves. That's what political parties in Liberia, that's what we are. The country is sad. How is it that a country this old, this rich, is this poor? How is it? Only one explanation. Bunch of idiots running the country, bunch of rogues, bunch of traitors, people who don't love their country. That is why we are where we are. We all complain. Look at Ghana. Do you know how long it's going to take us to get to where Ghana is today? Ghana? Man, Ghana has Volkswagen assembly lines. They're assembling Volkswagens in Ghana. They're manufacturing all the cars in Ghana. I mean, Ghana, a few years ago, they made a $100 million investment in building a chocolate factory in Ghana. Go to the mall. I mean, it's a thriving middle-income country. You know, you go to the restaurant. I mean, I remember one time I went to Ghana. We went out at Labadi Beach, the restaurant there, for Sunday brunch. And do you know who all we saw in the restaurants? It was not Lebanese and Indians and white people and expats who are going out there to eat with their families or their girlfriends. It was Ghanaians. Yes, middle-income Ghanaians had taken their kids, their wives, their girlfriends, had gone for brunch. Oh, man. All day, we just cry. Yeah, we just cry. The citizens keep crying. Oh, we pray for a government, a good government. We just cry. That's all we do. We cry. The people make us cry every day. Some of you voted for George. We are thinking that, oh yeah, maybe we know he dumb, he ain't know anything, but we think he loves the country. He's going to try to do the right thing for the country. This is what you call love the country? He's only looking after himself, enriching himself. It is just sad. The thing has made me, this is my last election. If things don't turn out well, I am done with Liberia for good. This is my last election. If we don't put the right person in power as president, I'm finished with the damn country. I will look somewhere else. I'll make my home here in America. I'll become an American citizen, and I will pursue my life here. If we put another government in power that comes to power and they steal and the president does not fight, and I know it will be a CPP government. If they do the same nonsense that we've seen forever, I am finished with this country. I will wash my hands of Liberia and I will forget about Liberia. This is my last election. This is my last fight I'm putting in. If we think that we're going to come to power and we're going to enrich ourselves and take care of our kids, and that's all we do. We don't have a collective agenda as a country. What kind of country are we? We don't have a vision for the country, only for ourselves. This is my last election. I am done with Liberia if we don't get it right this time around. Done. I'll become an American citizen.
Because my question to you will be, if you support a government that will be elected come 2023, and then the person come to power later on, they start to do the same thing that is happening today, will you just leave? Will you not be there to make the change, or you just leave the day you say, oh, because the person...
I don't think I'm going to try. I'm going to have the energy to stay and fight. I will just not bother anymore. If CPP lets us down, I'm done with this country. I'm telling you. And I say this to them all the time. I tell Ben and I tell them all the time. I'm not doing this thing for Buckeye or for Ure. I don't care about their presidential aspirations or their political aspirations. I don't give a damn. I don't care about the fact that Joe Blow wants to be president. I don't care. I want my country to do well. I'm not in this because I want to see Joe Biden president. Some of you you say, I just love the pape. I love the pape. But I don't care about his personal presidential aspiration. I care about my country. This is why I do what I do. If we don't get it right in 2023, we come to power and you all let me down, or you let the Liberian people down, I'm done with Liberia. I'm finished. I'm serious. Baka, it's just sad. It's extremely sad. Every day you get up, it's a nonsense. Look at this other thing. You borrow $50 million from the IMF. You say you want to distribute food to your people during a crisis, a public health crisis. What do? You steal the money. And you lie that you distributed food to 2.3 million people. And you have a useless legislature, most of whom are opposition lawmakers. And what do? They do nothing. They do nothing. Pray you tell me, Boakai. Guess what? You're not going to hear anything again from that thing. It's dead. It's over. The senators are not going to call Wilson Tabe back. They are not going to demand that action is taken. They are not going to order any kind of investigation into the stimulus program. They're not going to do that. They're finished with it. Now the country will have to pay this money back. We are paying this money back. Do you know how you pay this stimulus money back, Boakai?
No.
They added 30 cents to the price of a gallon of gas. 30 cents. You are paying, whether you own a vehicle or not, but you are paying. Because every time you commute from point A to point B, you're paying. A gallon of gas is bought by that commercial driver, and that commercial driver is collecting fares from you, which he is paying, you are paying. And that's how the money is being generated to pay the IMF back for the $50 million that George Weah borrowed. And so I say to you, my friends, this country is just sad. And it's okay. Nobody really cares. Yeah, $50 million stolen. Nobody cares. Opposition lawmakers, they're just the same. Like the ruling party wants. That's why I tell you, the legislature cannot make the country go right. The only individual that can fix the country is the president of the republic. The day we have a good president, if we ever will, is the day Liberia will begin to do well. It will require someone with bold, audacious vision, with a political temerity to do what's right, someone who is not concerned about wealth acquisition for himself and his friends and his family members, someone who can actually stand up for the people and get them out of this poverty that they've been in. The miserable Liberian people have been so poor for so long that they don't care about themselves anymore. They believe poverty is their portion. That is so sad. Folks, I want to say good morning to you again, good afternoon, depending where you are in the world. I want to say happy birthday to Mr. Stanton Weatherspoon. Today is your birthday. I wish you many, many more returns of your birthday. I wish you good health, peace, prosperity, and as you celebrate your birthday today. Stanton Weatherspoon, CEO of the Spoon Network, and lead presenter of Spoon Talk. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Stanton Weatherspoon. Also, today is the birthday of Telvina Cole. Telvina, you celebrate this day today with Stanton. I want to say happy birthday to you as well, Telvina Cole. Yesterday was the birthday of my friend Darius Kai St. Patrick. I didn't see it. I want to say happy belated birthday to you, Darius Kai St. Patrick. So this morning we're dedicating the show to all of you who celebrate your birthday, especially my good friend Stanton Weatherspoon. Yeah, we can argue and fuss and disagree, but you are a good man, and I want to wish you all the best as you celebrate your birthday today. Stanton Weatherspoon, happy birthday to you. The other day I heard this morning we are supposed to have Joa Dang, the young Liberian who's running for mayor of Darby Borough in Darby, Pennsylvania. As I said to you, Darby Borough is a predominantly Liberian borough. Most of the people there are Liberians. The second largest population there is Sierra Leonean. So you got the Liberian population is the largest. Next to the Liberian population is the Sierra Leonean population, and then you have Americans. So Americans, well, I mean, when I say Americans, I mean, natural born original Americans in that sense, because most of these Liberians there are Americans too, naturalized Americans. So Darby Borough is predominantly Liberian. I didn't know that until recently, until Sunday, when Mr. Jordan told me. Now, Jordan is running for mayor. He's a write-in candidate. That means you have to, when you go vote on May 18th, on Tuesday, May 18th, you would have to write his name on the ballot. The reason is this. He had a problem with filing his asset declaration with the borough. Now, he didn't know that he had to do that. He filed it with the county and with the state, and the records are there, yes. But it said because of the late filing with the county, he didn't get to get his name placed on the ballot. He didn't get to have his name placed on the ballot. So you are going to have to write his name down. We should speak to him this morning in about 15 minutes time. But Baga, let's go to the phone lines and take some calls there while we and we would take. There's some trouble with Sendwave. I've been experiencing it myself. I tried to send money and they told me I have to update my app. But the last time my app was updated was on the 22nd of April. But they're asking me to update now. So I'm trying to find out from them what's going on. I don't see any new updates for the app. And because of that, I have not been able to send money. And a lot of people have not been able to send money as well. So let me try to get in touch with them and find out what's going on. Or they can sort this thing out because a lot of people are complaining. Braga, let's take some calls there, please.
All right, 0770-102-102-086-010383 055-102-102. Let's take Mike Kalilu Jabate this morning. Mike, good morning, Wagi. Welcome.
Good morning.
Yeah, you are live on the Costa Show.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good morning, and I'm Pedro Costa.
Good morning. Go
Good
ahead.
morning.
Yeah,
Are you getting me?
Morning, Mike. Go ahead.
All right. And thank you. And you struck a point this morning, and we shall admire. And I will commend you for that. And a country where criminals are rewarded, the country where murderers, rapists are rewarded. Good people are not rewarded in Liberia. The moment you want to become a lawmaker, just get involved in criminal acts, just kill human beings, Liberian people are going to reward you. That's the society we find ourselves in. That's why Liberia will continue to go backward. Because good people are not rewarded in this country, in the Costa. It's just the point this morning, I really admire you. But other people may think different, and Liberian politics is a nasty politics. The moment you criticize the party you're in, they will call you or hate us. The moment they'll call you inconsistent, they will call you names around here. But the point you struck this morning was a very good point. That men are any Snowe that in a good society, in a civilized society. I trust in God, any Snowe should not be rewarded. But why we continue to reward murderers, people who took arms and killed innocent people in this country? Then you look at our neighboring countries, Sierra Leone, people that took arms, they banned them not to hold public office. But in Liberia, that's the opposite. We reward them. So that's the society we find ourselves in.
Okay.
That's the society we find ourselves in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark Jabate, 0770-102.
But you see, Mark, you condemn bad people, but yet you are currently supporting this government. And you know very well that they are bad. I supported them for 10 months, and I regret supporting them for 10 months. I left because they would not change. They were bad, but they are worse off today. You see, Mike? So I don't understand. So how do you reconcile that? You support terrible people today in power, and yet you say you agree with me. How do you reconcile that, Mike? Let's take another caller.
All right, let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, welcome. And let me say good morning to my hero, Edwin Costa.
Welcome.
My name is Wa Kodobia, and I come from a resident in Costa.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, you see, Pedro, this fight, we have been on this fight for a very long time. You know, sometimes when we criticize this government and people say, oh, you don't hit the ball. We don't hit the ball. These are all brilliant ideas that you have fostered. But John will not take this idea because it's coming from you. And he believes that saying you are in opposition, no matter what brilliant idea you will have, he will not take it. Because when you take your idea and use it, people will say it is Costa who prefer that idea. This is how stupid that man is. You see? And Costa, I want to tell you this. That decision that you are about to take or you have already made, I want you to receive that decision. This devil that we are addressing to bring it in town, or bring this devil in town and it makes you hit, that is this devil Costa. You cannot leave this devil and care about us, the Liberian people. We have been in this part for so long, and we need the necessary result. So please in that decision, and you have a presidential vision.
Okay.
All I want to see in my entire life, is for you to become president of this country. That will really make me happy.
Thank you so much. Wow, Godobien for calling. The phone lines are open. 0770-102-102-86, 010383. If you up the country, you can call us up on WhatsApp. That's +231 888-624171. That's a WhatsApp.
I'm telling you, when we make CPP the government, the next government, and they mess up, I might just give up on the country. I'm telling you, all the damn noise we're making in CPP, projecting ourselves as being better than the government in power, it will come to power and y'all do the same damn stealing, and you're breaking the laws the same way, going after people. Today you see them. When they grab one CPP man, they put him in jail for nonsense. They all will be complaining, oh, why freedom of speech? That when we all know the damn law, we're quoting the law. But tomorrow when we're in power, our NSA will be grabbing people for criticizing the government. Our police throwing people beyond bars. This is the same damn thing. I dare y'all. Y'all do that nonsense, I will never be a part of it. I will just wash my hand and walk away.
All right, let's take some calls here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka.
Yeah, welcome.
This is DJ Lomé calling from somewhere, Brazil.
Welcome, DJ Lomé.
Look, Baka, I say good morning to you and good morning to him and Pedro Costa. Look, Costa, you are selling all. But you know, Liberian people, we have to be serious. And what you just said, and my brother, I just let the lamb say the devil. We're not dressing devil. This one will know dress your angel now. But when you come and behave like a devil, we disgrace you. So I don't want you to come and say we're dressing devil, we're dressing angel. But when the angel behave like a devil, then we disgrace you. Yesterday, Costa, one of the frustrating things that ever happened to me, that I ever listened to, was this Joker that sat on 50-50 yesterday, calling himself Sirleaf Brown. Praising President Weah, since President Weah came to power in his life, there was no other president that has done what President Weah has done in the third time. He called Mo Ali yesterday that was silent to call. Even I tried calling, but you know, the 50-50 got only one line. How would that man say that? He say in the rural area, it's so bad when the President Weah changing it. That reason why Mo Ali asking before Nara Erin could be president. You ever visited the interior park where there was no school, no rules, no cleaning? But because yesterday you had the opportunity to go with President Weah, you the same president that said President Weah wanted to kill you. You were crying all right. Sirleaf Brown. Some people that take you to be a role model. It's a disgrace to the Liberian people. I tell you as a journalist.
Thank
when
you.
you sit down like that and say such a thing like that on 50-50 yesterday, saying President Weah is saying the thing here, no president in Liberia ever done it from past to present. What kind of thing is that? It's a still disgrace.
Sirleaf Brown is a damn hustler.
You take the opportunity to use your empire. It's a disgrace to the journalism yesterday.
Okay.
And yesterday was a
Thank you so much.
DJ Lomé, let me tell you something about Sirleaf Brown. Sirleaf Brown does not believe in nothing or anything. He's a hustler. Now he hot pepper newspaper. That's why I just kept my distance from Sirleaf Brown all this while. Sirleaf Brown does not care about Liberia. You see him singing praises of George Weah. And he accompanied George Weah on field accounted towards Waka. He did.
Sure.
So they just gave Sirleaf Brown small money. But you see, people like Sirleaf Brown, they have no influence. How many people read hot pepper? Waka, when was the last time you even read that paper?
You said?
When was the last time you saw hot pepper or you read it? Exactly. Do you know how much it costs?
No.
When was the last time did you read a hot pepper newspaper?
Mm-mm.
When was the last time you saw it in somebody's hand?
Nope.
Exactly. Sirleaf Brown has no influence. Really, they don't. Maybe he sells what, 300-400 newspapers a day?
And make it just one for it to just appear like, oh, his paper is active when he said.
But the thing is, Buckeye, your paper has no influence when very limited people are reading it. Okay, let me give an example. On a daily basis, we do anywhere around 30,000, 33,000 views on Facebook alone. Facebook alone. Sirleaf Brown would die to have just a third of that number reading his newspaper, just on Facebook alone. I'm not talking about the website, the other places, the YouTube. What we do on YouTube, 4,000 or 5,000 views a day. Sirleaf Brown does not sell 4,000 or 5,000 papers a day. He does not even sell 1,000 newspapers a day.
No.
Sirleaf Brown is a nobody. What you getting here for? Go on YouTube. They said numbers online. How many people watch the Costa Show every day on YouTube? 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people on YouTube alone. Let's not even come to Facebook. Do you think Sirleaf Brown probably sells about 500 newspapers a day? 300, 400, 500 newspapers a day. Who reads that trash? Sirleaf Brown has no real influence. Period. None. So now you hear about him. He goes around with Joey getting little money. No, those guys are overrated. They have no influence. First of all, hard pepper is not online. Nobody reads it there. Only two newspapers I read online. The Daily Observer and Front Page Africa. All the other newspapers, they are nothing. 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 So they have no influence. Hard pepper my foot. Let's take some calls. So people like Sirleaf Brown, they're just hustlers. Because Sirleaf Brown can never sell enough newspaper for him to earn a good living. So he got to be hustling the government. When Edwin was in power, they did the same thing. One day they will go to Ellen. Ellen will get them money. They call themselves the Publishers Association of Liberia. They will eat some money from Ellen. Then they will start writing some good stories. When they get ready, they will write some bad stories. But if I were president, I would never give people like Philip Brown money. Because you know why? He's a nobody. Why would I give a man money for a newspaper that only 300 people can buy a day? But why would I do that?
Are you increase the amount of people that can buy 300?
I ain't reaching the reach 300. Philip Brown does not hardly sell 300 papers a day. So only stupid president then can give people like Philip Brown their money. Because the man has no influence. Just like most newspapers in the country. How many people can read it? People are looking for food or easy that newspaper they're going to go buy. So I would not waste my money on Philip Brown. Neither would I waste my energy on Philip Brown. Because Philip Brown is a nobody. His newspaper is trash. He has to write sensational, stupid headlines. I saw somebody took a picture, I think a headline from yesterday, when he talking about the CPP in crisis. Now he on a head job for Joe Weir now. They give him small money. He will be ready to get in there. But the only good thing is Philip Brown is a nobody. I mean, the views we even get on YouTube, 4,000-5,000 views a day, every single day. Philip Brown would die to only have 20% of those people reading his newspaper. How you call that kind of man? Call himself a big fish. You know damn big fish. You're a big hustler. Let's take some calls there. Philip Brown ain't stand for nothing. He stand for fusa. You gain small money, you will write anything in that stupid paper.
All right, let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, brother, this is Augustine Pajibo calling from the borough of Nuguta.
Welcome, Augustine.
Pedro, I just want to say to you, you break my heart this morning. We have been fighting these people, the bar system, all along. We are standing with you. You are the general in the front. This morning I listened to you saying, whenever CPP government come to power and they don't do the right thing, you will wash your hand out of politics and you will go and take another country nationality and just stay away. Then what become of us? We are not giving up on you. We are not giving up on you. And whenever you talk about fighting for good system, you encourage us a lot. I'm in tears this morning to hear you saying that you will forget about politics. We don't trust the people. Why do you think we're trying to make you a senator in this country? Because that's the first level. One day we might gather in the morning time and say we can make you to be a president because you can be a better president. I'm in tears, Pedro.
Thank you, my brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the way you feel, and I appreciate your confidence in me, but I am just frustrated. And I'm just frustrated, my brother. I don't know what I will have the energy to keep fighting if we come to power and we mess up. I'm human, my friend Augustine, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate every one of you who support me. But I am human too. You know, if we come to power and we continue the same nonsense, I just might not have the energy to keep fighting. You know, I just might not have the energy. That's the point. That's just the point. Yeah. Let's take another caller. I am frustrated. My friend, I'm human. Like you. I'm human. And you see all that nonsense. You know?
Yeah, your name, are you calling us from?
Good morning, Mr. Kamara, and good morning to His Excellency Mr. Helen Petro Costa. This is Momo Johnson. I'm calling you from somewhere around Monrovia. Let me say this to you, Boga, and to the leader. And oftentimes, when I say, Mr. Costa, my leader, my father, I want you to be the next president, sometimes I say, call the man up. Call the man up. The man won't put me in trouble. But I think you can listen to the Liberians speaking their mind. Leader Costa, the kind of bravery that you pour out into, the kind of sensitive information you bring to the public ground. If you're talking about watching your hand in Liberian politics, where do you think Momo Johnson will go? Where do you think Momo Johnson will be in this country or in your whole metropolitan life? So you are the owner wrong. Let me say this to you. This is the owner of Ramadan. I'm passing, I will not lie on this radio. Leader Costa, You are going to be by the grace of the Almighty Allah as God continues to bring breath into our system. The Liberian people, they are listening. The Costa Show has been relayed on different platforms. All people are continuing on speaker all around the place, even in New Jersey Junction, where you have one of the incompetent group of 19 senators live in a community. You have loudspeaker all around with the Costa Show leader. The message has been well resonated.
Okay.
If you say you watch your head for Liberian politics, I will die the same day. I will hate myself and I will be done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Momo Johnson, for calling in. And yeah, we take more calls. Just dial the number.
I want to say I'm human, folks, and I there's something with me. I just get so pained about this country. I think I take it too far. I think I worry too much about the country, and I think that is a problem, and it's not easy to wear this kind of heavy burden, to carry this heavy burden, where you look at people living miserable lives and people who have just settled for being poor, and they accept it, they're okay with it, because they feel that that's all they know. They feel that that's what they deserve. It's very painful. It's very, very painful, folks. And so this is what I've had to deal with for years in this fight, on all the sacrifices we've made. I no longer get bothered by some of the things some of you people say to me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Many of you, you only care about when day breaks in the morning, you try to find a meal. That is it for most people in Liberia today. You know, they just want to eat and survive.
Sure.
And they have no real hope. That their expectations are very low. They don't expect much. They just want food. It is so sad. And the country can do so much better than that. Yeah. So when you hear me say this is my last election, when we win, because I know we will win, and we come to power, and we mess up, and especially some of us, the things we are doing, the sacrifices we've made, the efforts we are making, the contributions we are making for us to win power, and we come to power and we mess up, I don't think I will have the energy to keep fighting. I'm sorry, I don't think that. Because let me tell you something, Boakai. Let me tell you that about the way Liberia is. Oh, win power. Some of you today who are sitting here and calling me hero, celebrating me. Some of you watching right now on Facebook. You're watching, you're calling me hero. Tomorrow I will win. And the people we put in power start to steal and do wrong. When I talk, some of you will call me names. Okay? Some of the very same people here today, some of you watching right now. Tomorrow, these same people, some of you will call me names when I criticize our own government tomorrow. You would do that. Because you know what? Your expectations are so limited of your leaders that you don't care what they do. All you care is that the ones you like or love are the ones that should be in power. What do they do? The same bad things that you condemn other leaders for, you don't really care. I'm telling you, some of you right here on this live video, tomorrow when we win power and the people begin to do wrong and I start talking about it, some of you will be attacking me. I know that very well. That is the way we are. It is so sad, Wakai. That alone is heartbreaking. I remember seditions were my biggest supporters.
Sure.
During the early years. Carrasco attended every event, every protest we had. The moment they came to power, I supported them for 10 months. I was their best friend. I was not a blackmailer. Some of the very people who calling me hero today, when your government unity party was in power, you call me a blackmailer. You call me all sorts of names because I was not supporting your government. Today, because I support your party that is part of the CPP, I'm a hero. It's just, some people beg me all the time, Costa, we beg you, can you just forget about talking about the past? It's hard to not talk about the past because the past is so vivid. When you look at the present today, you just cannot talk about the present without talking about the past or retrospecting about the past. Many of you will just have me forget about everything that happened to me. You shot at my car in November 2017. I could have died, but for God, you arrested me 2 times and put me in jail. People tell me, "Oh, Costa, can you not talk about that?" How can you tell somebody to not? You're telling the Jews to stop talking about the Holocaust. What happened to them? Oh, don't talk about your people dying. Don't talk about 6 million of your people being slaughtered, exterminated. Don't talk about that. Let's forget it. Let's move forward. It is difficult. When the shoe is not on your foot, it's easy for you to urge people to just move on. It is sad. The things people do just to take power. Liberia really saddens me. And the reason is simple. I think like Liberia, I see everybody just trying to promote himself. Everybody just trying to grow personally. There's no collective agenda, no national vision. Everybody believing in the whole, in the common good, a commonality of purpose, fighting for that. What do we want? Our turn? You think I seriously want to be part of dawa tana? Dawa una tana. All the poor, yeah? Dawa una tana. It's just sad. It's just very, very sad. Some of us got options. I don't have to be a talk show host to survive. I don't. I don't have to be. I don't need to be. Talk show host job does not pay the bill. And when we had our radio station, we used to make money from that. And being the talk show host, just sitting here, we don't generate money from I got to generate money from my other operations to be able to keep this thing going. But we do this because we just want change in our country. I've said to myself, this is my last time. Come what may, I'm retiring. 2023, I'm done with this. I'm finished. I will find somebody else who will be the voice of the voiceless. I will transition to something else. I just cannot be here. I've been here 10 years now. 10 freaking years. By 2023, I will have been here for 12 years. My prayer is I'm going to give it my all so that we have a good government, so that I can be able to walk away from this. So that I don't have to live in a country where the government hates my guts because I criticize them. They slam me with all kinds of stupid charges and try to extradite me. You don't know what it is to be Henry Costa. You don't know. Many of the people you support, your political leaders, they don't even go through what I go through. They don't get, government is not trying to go after them to extradite them or calling them enemy of the state and doing this. It's just difficult. It's more difficult being Henry Costa than being the leader of a political party. It's a difficult life. People threatening you. You come to your country, we'll catch you, we'll do this, we'll do that. It's a difficult life. You think I don't get tired? Do you think I don't get tired? Do you think my family doesn't worry about me? And they don't tell me many, many days? Can you walk away from this? You think I don't go through that? I have to be pushing back and telling them the reason I'm doing it is because I'm trying to bring about change. I'm trying to help to bring about change. And if that change doesn't come in 2024 after we get inaugurated, I'm done. It's just simple. If that change doesn't come in 2024, I'm done. You don't know what my life is like. It's a difficult life. The troubles you have to, the cross you have to carry. The people who misunderstand you and say all sorts of things about you. I saw there's some other group, they call themselves Save the State. They said they were the ones that had the idea of doing the protest. Oh, they hate me for that. Oh, they are opposition people too. They're in the CPP. They like to Mona Fahad. Now, what the other guy? I don't know, Kou Joseph. A bunch of insignificant people. I mean, bunch of insignificant people. You know what they say? They say, save the state. The protest was their idea. I stole their idea. Hassan Fadiga. Bunch of insignificant people who ain't got one follower behind them. The other day I saw a post that they did. They all were under the post laughing. I was just there looking at them. They said, Costa stole our idea. Talking about, he brought the protest. They're saying that protest was their protest. I just ran with it. Something that I declared and formed and founded the COP, where the whole country knows this. But they said, that was the idea. I stole the idea. Nobody can steal your idea of a protest. Nobody can steal your protest. To get people to come out to believe in a protest, they must believe in you first. You are a nobody. Nobody will follow you. I read that thing, and they will not start. That's the only thing they hold against me. Their protest, I stole their protest. Their protest, I called. Some people hate for me to say I. Man, the things I deal with. You got the envy and the jealousy from your own people around you. When they see you've become more powerful than they are, they're jealous of you, and they say, then they try to truncate and they try to dictate my diction. I should never say I. Oh no, because you know why? Because no, it's okay for the political leaders to say I, but the guy who is just an advocate cannot say I, because you know what? You're too young to be this powerful. So when you say I, then it looks like you're making this about you, or you're arrogant. I actually forced with so many people about this, and you will not even believe some of the people who say that nonsense to me. I'm gonna never say the word I. I can't even say, when I say I want eat, I should say we want eat. We. Everything must be we. That means Henry Costa should never take credit for anything. He can never speak in that. Never say I. Are you freaking kidding me? That's what you go through. The envy, the jealousy, the hate for some of the very same people you're working with. Oh, don't say this. Don't say this. Don't let people think you're arrogant. Be humble. Okay, I hear that one all the time as well. Be humble. Okay, what does it mean by be humble? When they say be humble, you know what it really means, Boakai? No. Be a sheep. Even though you fight like a lion and you are a lion, you have the spirit of a lion, but allow other people to walk over you. That's what it means. Don't assert yourself. Don't say what you want. No. Be a cannon fodder. Let people use you. That's what I mean by be humble. That's exactly. And you know who tells me this? Is the people in our very camp. They're the ones that tell me this. Oh, Costa, you gotta. A few people genuinely mean this when they say be humble. But most of them who tell me about being humble, that's exactly what they mean. When they look at you and they see where God has placed you, and the people look to you and you're popular and you're influencer, and then they say, my man, you gotta be humble. That means submit yourself. Submit yourself to what though? Don't act like yourself. There's a lot of things you gotta deal with. I see some of you may get carried away by the popularity and you got all the attention. I went to this funeral on Saturday on Staten Island. Hundreds of people were there. It was incredible. See, everybody wants to come talk to you. Everybody wants to take picture with you. Everybody wants to. That's all fun and good. I mean, even though it gets very tiring, very, very, very exhausting. You got to take picture with everybody, talk to everybody, keep a smile on your face. I mean, just doing that is difficult. You got to keep smiling because some people are meeting you for the first time, and you gotta be nice. Even when you're tired, you got to not show that you're tired. You got to be nice because if you're not nice, somebody will go and say, "Oh, the man awful, he arrogant, this he died, this he died." It's a difficult thing. It's a difficult thing. Oh my God! What? I just see this thing posted on Facebook that I was sitting with this guy who was clearly he had a little too much to drink. He was like, "Look at Costa, and man, the guy on the table drunk. Somebody drunk next to me. How does that reflect on me?" And you do a whole post about it. My agent was there. Snap a picture with Costa sitting out with a guy who was very drunk. With Costa sitting out with a guy who was very drunk. How does that reflect on Costa?
The man said, after a meeting at the Pentagon, that's you went to me.
You don't want to be Henry Costa. So you got the people who in the government who don't like me clearly because of what I do, expose them, embarrass them. Then you got the people in the opposition camp who are intimidated by my influence and my following. And they be telling me, be humble, be humble, be humble. That means be a sheep and follow them around. Let them tell you anything and you just do it. Don't assert yourself. Act like you are not important at all. That's what they mean. Be humble. Yeah, that's what they mean. Then you got the other group who, because I don't support their political leader, then I'm a bad guy, I'm a dishonest guy. There are a lot of things you have to deal with if you're Henry Costa.
Let's go for our guest.
Our guest has not signaled to me that he's ready. So that is the problem. I don't have him yet, Walker.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I don't have him yet. So it's a really, really difficult thing. Yeah, it's a difficult thing. Some days I just want to be left alone. You get tired hearing everybody. One group in this other ear telling me, Costa, you are not good. And I'm not good. Why? Because I don't support their political leader or their political party. Then the government, then that same group, there's another group in that same group, a smaller group in that same group telling me, be humble. That means be a sheep. Because I'm not an arrogant, proud person. I'm not proud. Not proud at all. But be humble means don't act like you're Henry Costa. I shouldn't act like myself. I shouldn't assert myself. I should act like I am insignificant. I don't matter. Yes, that's what I mean by be humble. The whole idea of being humble. That's why I don't listen to most of them when they say that. Be humble. Then there's another group that's telling me, oh, you are a black male. That's the rogues in power, the ones I'm currently dealing with, the ones I'm currently attacking. What? Another group that calling me the blackmailer. Then they are telling me, when you come to Liberia, we'll arrest you. We'll put you in jail. We'll do this to you. We'll do that to you. Then some of the other group of people who I am working with, supporting politically and all, because they don't like the fact that I am this influential. Some of them are privately sitting there. They're praying for my downfall. Yeah, they're picking too frisky. He saying, man, he this, he that. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. But who carry me? That's your God.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I got enemies on both sides. Left. God is carrying me through. I remember when our radio station got shut down, we had a recording. Secretary General of the ANC on the recording, celebrating that our radio station was shut down. Wow. He said, ANC, now he will be nothing. He has no more radio station. That is what Elisha Stowe taught. That we would have lost our influence. Nobody would listen to us again. We wouldn't have a platform. But where is Elisha Stowe today? Elisha Stowe, we are still here. 70,000, 80,000 people listen to us every day still. Elisha Stowe. That is an audience you would die for and you would probably never have. You think it's because of my own making? It's God. We lost our radio station fighting for their partisan. Justina, Danama partisan, the ANC partisan. But Elijah told say he happy that they shut our radio station down. So you think I really trust these people I'm working with, the opposition people? Most of them, I don't trust them. I don't. When we're doing our protests, they were issuing statements. You know, some of you always say, but why Costa got problem with the ANC people? That you're the one got problem with me. We're doing our protest for you to show you more. You say you're not supporting the protest, but you were there issuing statement every day. But you know how many statement ANC issue?
A lot.
They kept putting stupid statements. You think we have forgotten that? Talking about the protest is wrong. They want to bring the water down. They want to step down. They want to bring war to the country. ANC. There's some of y'all can wonder why I don't support y'all. Do you wonder? You can support me if I'm a support you. But when I want to tell them, people beg me, hey, cause I will beg you. It will beg you. You can't go tell them. They were accusing us of treason. Imagine the ANC was accusing the COP of attempting to commit treason. You think treason is a small crime?
No, that's small crime.
To accuse somebody of attempting to commit treason? Then you sit down there and say, I'm going to be nice to your party. When you were accusing me of treason. All you could do, you ain't support the president yesterday and show your damn more. That's all. But you couldn't do that one. You had to write statement after statement. Statement after statement. To prove what? Who you were trying to impress? Joe, we are. That Joe, we are you were trying to impress? You know, I was just looking at the people. But you know what I'm saying? Mona Lisa Morris, you know, ANC issued about 3 statements against our December protest, accusing us of attempting to commit treason. Treason. Even if ANC had issues with the protest, could they not call us in private and talk? You know, they can always tell me, say, Costa, when you got issue with the people, talk to them in private. But when your people had issue with the protest, you talk in private, yeah, issue statement. They had Jawia running around with it all over the place. CDC people was celebrating it. You see? Thanks for Mr. Ellis coming. Yeah. Thanks for their role. They're against the protest. They did that. You think I've forgiven you for that? You didn't support me when I was standing up for the Liberian people. You want me to support you so you can be president? You know why I can't support some of y'all? That's why. You can be asking me. Let me tell y'all. You fought against our protest. You issued 3 statements accusing me of treason, the chairman of COP. Now you sit down there, you say, I'm going to support you to be president of CDC, or the CPP. Fiakpo, abomination. You shall not have my support. You did not give me your support. You should have kept quiet, but you decided to please Josh Weir. Let's go take some calls there, boy. It looks like our guest is not going to join. We might have to reschedule with him. Let's take some calls. We have 3 minutes to go. Let's take 3 calls there.
All right, 0770-102-102, 886-010-383, 555-102-102, and the WhatsApp number is +231-888-6241-71. So keep your calls coming in this morning. 3 calls within 3 minutes time, then we can wrap it up for today's edition of the show.
You see you sit on there? Your Secretary General is on recording. Bugger, and we played the recording, and you can remember?
Yeah, we did.
We played the recording.
You closed Radio Kigali down.
Yeah. And he was there celebrating. Yes, they closed the radio station. Not picking frisky. You will not be nothing here. You will see whether you get 100 people to even following you again. The Secretary General of your party is on a recording explaining, celebrating that our radio station was shut down. When I carry out an operation to defend, to rescue his partisan, his own partisan, I save her. And because of that, our radio station was shut down. Then he's celebrating.
All right, let's take Pangomo Camara this morning. Pangomo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Barker. Good morning, Costa. Good morning, LeBron people.
Go up for president. No way. Y'all can go to hell.
Barker.
Yeah.
Even though the statement Costa gives and support, I, Gomo M. Kamara, I'm supporting the 100%. Hello?
Yeah.
I'm supporting the 100%. 2023 election. After we finish waiting CDC, after we finish waiting CDC, and the government are coming, if it behave that way, if it behave like criminal, if it behave like the people that are ruling the city of the country, like a two-by-two bulldog. The people who don't hear, if the city-led government behave like that, Costa should resign, and that very day, I dealt with. That very day, we tired supporting stupid. We tired some of all. We're not many that are, you know, the stupid people play the money in the some people. That one of the things that fucking this country up. Some of us there for 97, some of us there 2005. The party, what they call CDC, I don't see. I can't remember myself, but the voice of the KFC. I told that you're not marketing.
Okay,
yes, that no
thank you so much.
So we should not vote for them. But the good people, the sensible people more than the stupid people more than the sensible people in this country.
Okay.
People are suffering. One night the mobile Ghanaian, they're saying they're not eating. They go to a different offer and can say, all the government funding me always so for their friends to live better life.
Okay, thank you so much, Pago. We take 2 more calls.
The thing is just simple. You support me, I support you. You call me an enemy of the state, essentially, validating the government, that we're trying to overthrow the government. When my radio station got shut down, your Secretary General was heard on the tip. But after we played that tip, did we ever get any statement from the ANC people to say we are sorry for the words of our Secretary General?
Absolutely not.
Thank you. Folks, we played a voice of the Secretary General of the ANC celebrating when our radio station was shut down. We played that voice. The party never issued a statement distancing itself from the Secretary General. The Secretary General of the party celebrating that our radio station was shut down. after we rescued his partisan. And his reason for celebrating, he said it. He said because they begin too frisky. He just think man. That's all they can say about me are too frisky. I just woke up one day and I became this Henry Costa. I didn't work hard for it. God didn't set me on this path. ANC never issued. I said waiting for a statement of apology or the statement distancing themselves from their Secretary General. You celebrated that was shut down because I too frisky for myself. Yeah.
All right, now take Nora Hook, our Oma Nora Hook. Good morning, mommy. Welcome.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Costa. This is Maxwell Hooks. And good morning to you, George. We are calling from Iowa. I've been trying desperately to get the Liberian number to call to be able to contribute. But hey, not to eat up most of your time, I hold, some of the advocacy that Henry Costa does, sometimes I hold him responsible too because he gave credence to a lot of people, a lot of political inconsistent miscreants.
Sure.
Who, take for example, you entertain Mark Jabate on your show. This same Mark Jabate was a very person. Now, I heard you when you started this morning, you talk about political institutions that don't stand for anything. They don't have ideals. They don't have principles. They don't have creed. Nothing they have. This was the same Mark Jabate who was mobilizing the Mandingo sector, not to vote for Thomas Fala because Thomas Fala masterminded the removal of their tribal men. One day later to the election, the same Mike Jabate goes and declares support for the very Thomas Fala man. Then he comes on your show, you entertain him. I heard he wrote, I saw one of his posts last time, posted to you and apologizing. I know you're going to accept me because that you're going to accept him because that's who you are, Henry Costa. And so if we try to end some of the inconsistency and greed in our country, there has to be a time when we call a shot a shot. So you shouldn't be entertaining this kind of people. You're giving that too much credence. So as a result of the friendship that you want to extend, and so there will not be a time for them to say, look, this is our country. We need to stand for something if we want to make this country better. Tomorrow this man criticizes you. Tomorrow, the next day he comes back to you, he apologizes. You accept him with open arms. He does the same thing. So he doesn't know when to stop. It's not just Mike Jabate alone. I heard there was a guy, my wife knows his name, who took a rabbi, who named his son after you. He did the same thing. And I heard people saying, oh, you should forgive. When are we going to call this spade a spade? To say enough is enough because this is what I stand for. You and I are not in the same boat. We are not in the same league. And so you can go with whatever you believe in. That's it. But if you continue to give people credence, they will continue to do it. So I just wanted to make that quick input. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you so much.
Baga, hold on. No more calls there. I want to respond to Mr. J. Maxwell Hooks. And I have lots of respect for Mr. Hooks and his darling wife. She said, I'm going to say big sister because she can be my mom, which is true. To my mother, Nora Hooks. Mr. Hooks, you are 100% correct. You are right. Right. That's the word. Not correct, but right. Mike Jabate, I've distanced myself from Mike Jabate. But if he calls the show, we will take his call. Right after he left the line, you probably heard what I said to him. That I cannot reconcile the two things. His position supporting this government and at the same time complaining and agreeing with me, they come in conflict. I don't take Mike Jabate seriously at all. When Mike Jabate was cussing his own Mandingo people that any Mandingo man who voted for Thomas Fala is a dog, and he turned around, he voted for Thomas Fala. He said, any Mandingo man who voted for Thomas Fala, after Thomas Fala helped to remove Kabena Jane, their man are born and good. My Jabate said all those things. Burger, and you can remember.
Sure.
Then they see my Jabate turn around. He voted for Thomas Fowler. He campaigned for Thomas Fowler. I don't take my Jabate seriously at all, Mr. Hooks. So let me go on the record and tell you, Mr. Hooks, I've got tremendous respect for you. Your point you just made is 100% correct. I should not give these people credence. I agree with you. I don't take that joker seriously. But when he calls the show, we will let him speak. But I don't take him seriously. If he says something that I don't agree with, I will call him to order. So I agree with you. On the poker raw issue, they Boga man said now right here. A few days ago, he called me. He sent me a voice message. They Boga man right here. He said, today poker raw birthday, oh, send a man smart thing, man. Send a man. If I reply, Boga, did I reply you?
No.
Exactly. Yeah, Boga, yo. Boga guilty of that. Boga said I'm gonna send poker something. Let me tell you something. I'm a very, very generous person. I think I'm too generous for my own good. Because I can do good until I get broke myself. But the thing that poker did to me is personal and is national and is about country as well. I personally forgive poker, but I cannot bring poker within my proximity anymore. I cannot. I will not. I can't deal with poker no more. The thing I did for poker birthday 2018. Who celebrated it?
Yeah, we did. The entire station.
We spent almost $400 to celebrate poker. Why no poker Ralph want to celebrate his birthday? Jollof rice, soft drink,
rice,
that
soft drink all over.
Celebrated the man's birthday at my radio station. They poker man. Then boy, I got send me message. When send me message Friday, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. My man.
Because the man were calling me back to back. Oh, you had to tell
I will not eat one kappa from me. You know, it's simple. People can't treat you like that. Disloyalty and ingratitude, those two things together. No way. The way poker treated me after everything I did for poker Robert. He betrayed the country and he betrayed me. The two things poker did. Forget the advocacy thing. Forget the country. But me, poker betrayed me and poker betrayed the country. I cannot forgive poker for those two things. Hey, birthday can come. He can born another child. I don't care. I don't wish him evil. But I don't give a damn whether he's okay, he's not okay. I don't care. That's just who I am. I took poker around from nowhere. I made poker around. Poker around betrayed me and left. I told Kendrick Pelena from nowhere. I made him. All the other people there, we made them. They left. Yeah. They betrayed me. They left. Today they can be causing me. That's their business. The other picking. The other day I saw him cussing me on Facebook. Lasana Kenneth insulting me on Facebook. I just saw it. It doesn't do anything to me anymore when he begin and betray me. The other beginning guy said, "Why he said he need a lot of Black Costa Jala." He said Black Costa. That was his name, Black Costa. He called me one day. Leader, I want to start a small entertainment business. I need to buy some plastic chairs for the entertainment center. I will give it to you. I think I bought him over 6 or 7 chairs. I think $20 for one. What didn't I do for these boys? Lasana Kenneth on Facebook insulting me. I used to pay his rent, help him with tuition, do this one, birthday. He insulted me on Facebook. When people do these things to you, I just cut off from them and I'm done. These boys who used to be shouting, Hosanna, you know the people who are most loyal to me? And I tell you, all the other ones who are still with me today, the Momo Johnson, the Mohammed Corner, I tell all of them, today I only see you for what you are. But I will not go to sleep on you to say I trust you 100%. Because when I see my picking Lasana Kenneth, who was a nobody until he started affiliating with Costa on Facebook, attacking me, Lasana, who the place he sleeps, I pay the rent, attacking me. Then you think, you think, what am I going to do? I'm going to take anybody and say, oh, they person. Look, the most ungrateful people in the country are the young people. I have helped so many of these boys, but to see their level of ingratitude and disloyalty, oh, Nangala, it's just hard to believe. I'm telling you, I saw the Labour post the last time. I said, what? And you know what made Lasana better? Lasana better because we canceled the convention. Martina Konate was running for chair for the chairperson role too. Do you see Martina attacking me? Do you see Martina better because she did not become chair? No. Martina is not better. She is not better. She is still loyal to the COP. But Lasana, that ball went, and you know why we canceled the convention, folks? You all know we told y'all. The youth win convention. That ball went and put Zogos in the bus. The killer bean, that yellow bus, and took the Zogos to go and vote. The Zogos started misbehaving at the People Unity Party headquarters. We had to cancel the whole convention. We were so angry. They caused us to cancel the convention. He carried Zogos. How you bring Zogos to register to participate in COP convention? Zogos? So when I see my picking Lasana, you know there's something Jesus Christ said just before he died on the cross. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. John Sabo, you're asking me whether Lasana no longer? Lasana with Dylan Sabbath team. He can be insulting me on Facebook. The other day, you know, when I see the young children, the way to be, the other one, why isn't he? Fred. He came to me the other day, he said, leader, I got phone. My phone spoiled. They stole my phone. I said, okay, mama, I broke. But I will give you something, you add it up and you go buy your phone. The phone the man bought that I helped the man to buy. That the phone the man can be using on Facebook to be insulting me. Fred. Look, what have I not seen? Betrayal, disloyalty. I have seen it all. I have experienced it all. But you know what I know? Man moving, man dropping. Empoka left. Who replacing? And I'm beginning Stephen Bernard. Yes. These boys are ungrateful. Fred, they've said phone you're using. I bought it. That the phone you can be using on Facebook to be insulting me. And they say the following Delon. You see, somebody told me, and they said, oh, my man, you don't think Delon behind this thing? Was he picking and insulting you? I said, oh, boy, I don't think so. And honestly, I don't believe that. And Delon myself talk on, Delon was in the States recently. And Dylan told me, Costa, and I tell you, picking them to stop. So if they think they can bring a problem between me and Darius Delon, they are wrong. Because me and Delon don't have a problem. Now they about what? 10? They call it says cyber team or whatever. They are all boys of mine whose lives I have touched in many ways over the last few years. But today, those very boys can be on Facebook. They're being insulted. Freddie Umba, when you read the post, I can say, the phone really working. Oh. The phone are balling, man. When you keep asking me, you know, they don't know. I just want to let them know that they are all my children, my junior brothers. Everything you do, it can just make me laugh because you are too young to be the way you are. And I told Delon, why they for the beginning? You won't do nothing here. If they can be that ungrateful to me, my man, watch out. I told Delon the other day, I said, Delon, today they may be singing your praises because Lasana did not become youth chair. We canceled the convention because of his attitude. Martina Konate was affected because of his attitude. While Martina was running her campaign within the COP youth wing, he was there going to bring Zogo to register them to vote. Who are registering? Anthony David were doing the registration, black guy?
Yeah, it all started here at the office here, but you know, we couldn't control them. So we had to take
couldn't control them. We took them from the office. We are more Ali. Please let us use your Unity Party headquarters. We carry them there. That's where they were doing the registration. The Peking brought the killer bean boss. So Zogo. When the registration people recognize and they say, but yo, now we can register yo. Oh. They said they will make trouble. They will do this, they will do that. So, what kind of greed for power is that? You're so greedy for power, you'll go bring Zogo to register then to vote in COP convention? Since we canceled the convention, the beginning just I had not thought of them. They be there. They're not happy. I say December we're having general convention. Well, myself will be on the ground. We all will have the convention. They went, they said the cyber, whatever. But I told Darius Delon, I said, Delon, the things that they for the boys, you haven't done anything. If they can treat me the way they're treating me today, insulting me on Facebook and calling me names, I say, your own time will come. But if they think by behaving the way they're behaving will cause me to think that Delon is the one that's telling them to do it, no. It's not Delon. But you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to prove to Delon that they are loyal to him. That's what they're trying to do. Though, boys, when Lasana went to jail, we spent almost $1,000 to get Lasana out of jail. And you remember, guy?
Yeah.
The COP spent almost $1,000 to get Lasana out of jail. Lasana. That today, they begin acting like he man. So what have I not seen? Kendrick Pelena wedding. I was one of the chief sponsors in the wedding. His DV that he won. I was one of the chief sponsors of the DV program. That today Kendrick Pelena can call me names. What have I not seen? Hey, but your leader team. My big Freddie Fred can be using the cell phone I bought for him to be causing me on Facebook. I don't want to be funny to me, say. I have seen it all. Ingratitude, disloyalty. I've seen it. So now what I do, I just treat everybody. I keep one eye open, one eye closed. I'm watching everybody. That's what I do. Because before we reach a certain place, plenty of them will betray me again. But wait now. If Judas could betray Jesus Christ, I'm sure there were some people who betrayed the Prophet Muhammad. Boy?
Yeah.
And who the hell am I that people can betray me to? Exactly. So, Lasana, you will never be youth chair of COP. Never. You lost your way. December COP will have national convention. And in the national convention, we will. Man, they're making late. We are finished with the show. We got a schedule for tomorrow. We will. The guest just sent me a text message to say he's ready. He's very late. I told him 4:30, and it's 5. It's almost 5:30. It's 1 hour late. But we'll reschedule him for tomorrow. We're about to close. We're having convention in December. Mantina can run. Anybody else who wants to run can run for youth chair. All the positions in the COP will be up for election, including mine. If somebody want to run against me, that's their right. They can run against me. If they flog me, that's their right to flog me. I will turn over the chairmanship of the COP. We'll do that. But those boys that betray us and be insulting us because they did not get their positions, I'm done with it. The other one that I'm picking, the first time I saw him was in Ghana. Cyrus Mane. He called me Heron Costa picking. I like him. He will come to me and act like everything is fine, but then I was seeing hanging with the same bad gang that will be saying all the nasty things. Oh yeah, Mona Lisa, you want to run against me for the chairmanship? You are welcome. It is your right. You are a COP official. You have a COP member. You have the right to run. It is your right. Listen, Bogai, before I go, let's talk about this Ramadan thing we wanted to do. So as we said the other day I said for the Ramadan, the close of the Ramadan, we will buy a cow. But then Bogai said we shouldn't buy a cow. He said we should buy rice. Isn't that what you said, Bogai?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bogai said we should buy rice instead. Eh?
Yeah, the issue about the cow to handle it is difficult. And that cow, if you carry it, you only carry it to 1 mugs. And the rice, if you get a rice, you can go to 2-3 mugs.
Yeah,
and
you distribute there. Yeah, I agree with you, Bogai. I agree with your reasoning. So we will buy the rice instead of the cow. So we will try to get about 100 bags of rice. And I will talk to my
that 100 bag of rice, we can carry to 10 different mugs.
Yeah, we can carry the 10 different mugs. Yeah, so each mug we can carry 10 bags, right?
Each must carry 10 bags.
Yeah, so we will buy 100 bags of rice. I will talk to the COP folks. And please remind me later on today so I can tell them. So that we'll carry the rice to the mosque to just identify with our people during this Ramadan season.
So somebody said the cow better remind you of my Jabate.
Yeah, he said you know what cow. That my man John Sobo. John Sobo said we wanna do cow bene. The cow remind you about Mike Jabate. Look at Mike Jabate. Liberians in this country, America, mainly America, you should send out more money. Left.
Oh, what's the your black lip, man? Can you imagine?
The man used to receive too much money. I used to connect that man with so many people. He ain't say he's talking yet. That boy used to get all that money. And he decided he was going to go and betray the people. The other day, he was crying here on the show. Oh, most of my people there who used to help me, they don't do nothing again. And so he said over 90%. Thank you so much. One of our people that just said he will do 20 bags of rice.
Fine, thank
so
God.
We will get 100 bags of rice and we'll distribute them to 10 mosques. That's our way of identifying with our Muslim brothers and sisters. But then there's another thing I will do for you. This is my personal thing, right?
Yeah.
When do you guys break the fast?
We do it separately. Everybody can go to our various houses. But
no, I said, what day do you break the fast?
Okay, on the 13th.
On the 30th of this month?
The 13th.
Oh, the 13th of this month. Okay. But okay, I will keep that one to myself. I will work on something. Yeah. But we gotta get the rice. So I'm gonna talk. You gotta remind me now so I can tell the COP people.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get 100 bags of rice. And one of my big brothers just sent me a message. He will add 20 there. So we'll probably do 120 bags, or we'll buy, we will buy the 80 bags, and then we'll get the 20 from him, so we can go and distribute them. Thank you so much.
Wait, let me see. What did Noah want to say? Noah, what is it?
Let me use this opportunity to say good morning to Leader Costa. You know, I'm being forced to call the other way. I'm seriously sick this morning. I have some pain in my throat. I'm suffering from the last night from just off the current. But what I want to say to Costa, I was not very monitoring, but somebody called me. Let me say this to the whole world hear me. I'm loyalty to you. Me, in my mind, as I heard you said, you would trust over your own eye. Me, remember we were never friends before, and you used to be very critical on the UP government, and I have made a higher confession on your show. And I'm going to say this to you. I was not prepared to support you. And just how I'm not so coherent. But trust me,
of course.
What anybody can play with is your word. You say your word, then you don't live by the word. Then you have no right to live on the son. You got no integrity. I don't say I'm God to you. But if anyone will betray you, trust me, it will not be me in what I will get to. Put my word in the bank. I am telling you, I will reassure my loyalty to you.
No, I trust you, my brother. Don't worry, because yours was done by yourself willingly.
Let me tell you something, Costa. Your business right now, taking into consideration personally what you have done for me and what you even still doing for me. Anybody says anything negative against you, the way it can pain my heart, it's just like when you hit my daughter that I care for. So, Lafana there and the other rest of the guys got their cash that they go in with. They're going with it and they will go with it. Trust me, they will not go free. Because you have touched lives and you're touching lives. So for people that Lafana to come join people to insult you, they're not even insulting. They're insulting themselves. They will pay for it. They will pay for it, and the battle have begun on the ground here between me and them. You just be saying that you're watching the drama. But you know, I'm not out there today. I pray things be okay very soon. I don't know whether I know that not my true or what I'm really into to admit.
All right, thank you so much.
No, I'm sorry to hear that you do sound that way. Listen, Bagay, for you, how many of you immediately I won't start trouble here. Yeah. Anyway, we'll tell I want off the air. I wanted to find out something. And do you guys eat goat? I know you eat goat meat.
Yeah, we eat goat and sheep.
Yeah, but when it's specifically related to Ramadan, is it goat or sheep? It doesn't matter?
Sheep.
Sheep, I know that. I know. Why? Because they say goat is not too clean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I know. Yeah. But we'll talk.
Okay.
Off the air. All
right.
But remind me today so I can tell my people to put in for that thing for the rice.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.